Let me hear that back. So, new life.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your girl, Erica, and welcome to another episode of In the Lab right here on Instagram and YouTube. We are on episode 16. Today, we're going to be learning about the topic of influence. Let me say it again. We're going to be learning about influence. What is influence? To me, in my own words, influence is when you have the power or the ability to, I wouldn't say manipulate, but you have the ability to sway people's opinion about a certain product or a certain person. We all know about influencers. People have made this their career to review products or places and give their opinion and feedback, and oftentimes some of the general public will actually take these people's opinion and word for Bible. You get what I'm saying? Like, you might want to try a new restaurant or a new food or a new trend because of one person in their opinion. I have two questions for you. One is, do you have influence? The second question I have for you is that if you do have influence, are you using your influence for good or bad? What I want to emphasize here is that everybody, everywhere, has some influence, whether it be great or small. So let's get into this experiment. I like to call this experiment Twitter. For this experiment, you're going to need Play-Doh, a pen or a kebab stick, paper, scissors, tea light, a lighter, and if you want, safety goggles. But hey, it's up to you. So let's get started. First, you're going to take your Play-Doh. Now, I won't lie to you guys. I'm all about being transparent. I've already done this experiment before we filmed this. And when I recorded it the first time, it was completely dark. So all of my real reactions were in that video. However, I wanted to make sure that you guys could see this, and I wanted it in the best quality possible. So some of my stuff is already made. Here's my base with my Play-Doh. Alright, so Skycam, I know that you can see this right here. We're going to put our base right here. Alright. Secondly, you're going to take a pen. You want to put the end of the pen, not the tip, but you want to put the end. You want to put this end into your Play-Doh. So Skycam probably already sees a hole in this. We're going to stick our pen just like that. And we're going to stick it up. Alright? But what you want to do is you want to cut a circle out of paper. And then you want to make a snake-like structure. Right? So you want to make this spiral. You guys can see that. You want to make this spiral here. And you want the spiral, the tip of the top. You don't want to put a hole, but you do want to make somewhat of a crease on it. And you want to be able to balance it on your pen. Alright? And then lastly, because again, I've already done this. I'm sorry, you guys, but hey. And you're going to take your two tea lights. You're going to stick them under the paper. We have a fire starting, I think. I don't want a fire, you guys. What will happen with this, and I'm hoping that the camera catches this. I don't know, y'all. We hit. All right. Oh, shoot. I know y'all see that. I know y'all saw that. Come on, keep spinning. Keep spinning. Hey. All right. So hopefully you guys can see this, and it is slowly happening, but the paper is spinning. Okay? Now, what you're seeing with this is a process that we love to call convection. You probably heard of a convection oven, or you've probably heard of convection in other places. But convection is basically when hot air circulates, okay, in special places. So let's say you have a convection oven. it doesn't use a heating element like the baking or the boiling. What it does is there's a fan that circulates hot air around in the oven, and it heats the food in that way. And essentially that's what we have created right here. Now granted, we don't have an oven per se, but if this was covered, heat would be circulating in this enclosed space, and it probably would cook the paper. Before I get into that, let's get into the science. So heat and convection, right? Convection is, again, heat circulating, heat moving around, and moving fluid and moving all those things. But also what you got to remember is a basic scientific principle, which is heat rises, okay? Because heat is less dense than cool air. What you're seeing is what I like to call influence. How does this process relate to influence? Influencers are just like these tea lights. They hold the fire. They hold the heat. They know what's hot. They know what to talk about. They know what gets people going, right? And so what they do is that as they're talking about these things, they're putting it into the environment. Their presence is in the environment. Whatever they give off, whatever information they say, or whatever they want people to know, they put it in the atmosphere, okay, which would be the heat. Now, as news circulates or as rumors circulate, however you want to, it takes effect over us, which would be the paper. So the paper, as you can see, is flimsy. It goes in whatever direction the heat tells it to. And in this case, the heat is telling it to spin. The only constant that is in this experiment is the foundation and the pen. They're not changing. So they don't really have an effect. I would say that those things would probably be the building or the atmosphere or the place that you guys are in. But how does this relate to influence to us? Well, earlier in the video, I asked everyone, I say, do you have influence? And if you do you use your powers for good or bad? If you answer yes, I know I have influence. I influence my family. I influence my children. I influence my friends, my coworkers, everybody I come into contact with. That's great and dandy. But my question to you is, what kind of influence do you possess? If this experiment is saying, hey, heat changes the environment, right? And people sway depending on the environment. What kind of energy are you bringing to the environment? What kind of heat are you bringing? So if you go to work and you're bringing joy and happiness, and people are truly glad that you were there, that you're truly pleasant to be around, people see you as a benefit, I would say that you're using your influence for good. But on the other hand, if you come to work and you starting drama, or you're starting gossiping and rumors and complaining about the workday and the day-to-day, yeah, you have influence, but are you influencing things for the better? Now granted, I'm not going to get into why people choose to use their powers for bad. That's not my business. But my business is this: if you want to be known as someone who has a positive impact, we have to make sure that whatever influence we carry impacts others positively. You can't say that, hey, I'm a person who has a positive impact, and yet people complain all around you, or they vent to you, or see you as this person as a complainer. Is that what we really want to be known for? I don't think so. So the basis of this video is this: influence is invisible. You're not, but your influence is invisible. People shouldn't look at you and automatically know that you're going to say something negative. People should look at you as a trustworthy and integral part of their life, okay? And that includes our kids, that includes our friends, and our family. Use your powers wisely. This has been another episode of In the Lab with me, Erica. And guess what? We are now 14 and 2. But I thank each and every one of you for watching every week. Make sure you tune in next week for our next experiment. And make sure to go back and review some of our old episodes. We touched on some really good topics that I think could really benefit everybody on the day-to-day. So thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next week. Make sure you guys look out for our new project. It's going to be called InCoEd. It's a podcast that's dedicated to educators and youth professionals, where we talk about the real stuff that happens in education and in the youth industry. Check that out. It's going to be coming out in a few months, but I'm announcing it this week. And thank you guys so much for your support. Make sure you check out Intrinsic and In the Lab. Peace.